This is Crystal. So in the last video, we talked about us having distortions in the perceptions that we have of our own selves. And so the scenario came to my mind to detail this, okay? So say one day you're reflecting over yourself and your life, and you decide to go for a long drive to your favorite road. And the reason you like this road is because it's just lit up with all your favorite things. And it looks like a theme park with all your favorite things on the driver's side of the road. And every time you drive by it, it makes you feel like good times are coming for you. It reminds you of all the good times you've had. And it inspires you to do what you have to do now to get to where you want to go, to get to where you want to be. And at the same time, feel like it's the funnest thing in the world. And so you can't wait to do that. And so you get in your car and you're driving to your favorite road. And then all of a sudden, you start to get like a little bit tired. And then you blink, and right after you blinked, you noticed that this translucent being that looks kind of like you in the driver's seat with you. And so you just turn to them and you say like, who are you? And then the form gives you this smirky little smile, but it doesn't say anything. So you start to get mad. But you're still getting more and more tired. So you blinked again, and this time you find yourself in the passenger seat, and the form is in the driver's seat. So by this time, you're like really mad. And you just turn to the form, and you start demanding like, who are you? I don't know why you thought it was going to be okay for you to show up here and try to drive my car, and even though you're so tired, you try to reach over to the steering wheel, but they just smack your hand away and say, this is not your car, this is my car. And you couldn't do anything because you were just too tired. So then the form tells you it's going to drive from now on because it's a better driver and it knows what you need better than you do. And by this time, you're just sad, but you feel helpless. And so they keep saying more and more stuff. Like, thank goodness it's there. And with each thing the form says, your mind starts this process of believing them. And you start to question yourself, like, maybe they're right. Maybe it can drive better than me. So by the time the form says, who knows where you'd be if I wasn't there, you just downright start mentally agreeing with them. And you start thinking like, thank goodness they're here. Things are going to be easier for me now. Going to be easier for me now. Finally, I don't have to work so hard just saying anything to make yourself feel better about the situation, but you still feel sad inside because you lost your confidence. And by now, you guys are passing your favorite road, but you don't care anymore. And you even start to feel that you don't deserve to see the road, but the form does. And you're just trying to accept that and not hurt yourself anymore by knowing that you're driving by your favorite road and you can't even see it. So you just decide to look out of the passenger side of the window because that's the side you're on anyway. And when you look out at the passenger side, you saw this person on a motorcycle and their hair was just flowing in the wind. And they were doing some really cool stunts. And you just noticed the person on this motorcycle had such precision in the control of the motorcycle. And that just snaps you fully awake and you glance over at this form driving your car. And the form notices that you got this look in your eye, and the look in your eye is full of power as you grab the steering wheel and just steer over to the side of the road. And there was no resistance from the form this time. And by the time you put your car into park and you looked up, the form was gone. And you were in the driver's seat again. And it was at this point that you realized that this form was a part of your shadow self, which represents the hidden hurt and rejected parts of you that are deep in your subconscious mind. From everything you've gone through, your perceptions, your assumptions, and beliefs that you developed about these experiences and circumstances, and the perceptions and assumptions and beliefs that you developed about yourself in relation to these experiences and circumstances. And by you working and reflecting on you and what you desired about yourself and your life, exposed your shadow self to you in your conscious mind to be healed. And as you went through the process of seeing these parts of you that you had long forgotten, went into denial about, fought against, fought into accepting that you would no longer reject and hide these parts of you, surrendered into it, made an internal decision to take your power back, and then took an action to take your power back, which caused your shadow to heal and integrate back into yourself. So then you busted a U, and as you were driving past your favorite road, this time you knew that you were going to be a success because you realized that you already are a success. So this was just a quick explanation as to sometimes of those like mental processes that we go through and the healing aspects of these. And basically this explains a lot about the distortions because, you know, sometimes we get debilitated by these distortions and we just don't deserve to feel like that. And so sometimes we just have to kind of go through that healing process knowing that we already are successes, you know? So I just wanted to give you a quick little explanation about this, and I'll talk to you guys soon.